Folks, we're just 8 days away from greatness kicking off. That's right. The Tennessee Volunteers kick off the 2016 season next Thursday at home against Appy State. You know, there's been a lot of hype about the Tennessee Volunteers football team this season, and, rightfully so, but I also understand why non-fans of Tennessee are asking, what's all the hubbub about? Tennessee sucks. I get that. I get why people would be saying that. If you look back at the last 7 years, this program has, sucked. But if you look back at the last 3 years since Butch Jones arrived, he started his brick-by-brick campaign, and of course everyone made fun of it. I even get tired of all the Butchisms, all the cliches that this man uses. But let's face it, his plan appears to be working. Now, he had some setbacks last year in a couple of games that should have been Tennessee victories, Oklahoma and Florida. Conservatism, I don't know if that's a word, but whatever the hell. Being conservative cost Tennessee those 2 games. Can't cry over spilled milk. That's water under the bridge. That's water over the dam. Insert cliche here. It's a new year. It's a new time. As far as me in the trash talking circle, I've had nothing really to legitimately brag about as far as my team goes. But this year, hey, cut me some slack, boys. My team's ranked in the top 10 for the first time ever in the last 7 years in my trash talking circle history, if you will. So, forgive me if I'm a little excited. Forgive me if I'm happy that my team is set to finally make some noise. Now, look, I understand there's always the possibility that, they could flop. They could run into disastrous situations this year and have another shitty year. Anything's possible. But I'm telling you, this team is loaded. They are, for the first time in the last 7 years, looking like an SEC team. And they look like a team that could challenge Alabama for the title. I don't know if they're going to. They got to beat Florida. Everybody knows that. And let's be honest. If you take away the jerseys and you put black and white jerseys on Florida and green and white jerseys on Tennessee and just match these 2 teams up without the names, 99% of people would say, oh my God, this green and white team's going to mop the floor with them. But you can't do that. There's still going to be the word Gators on Florida's helmets, and there's still going to be the Power T on Tennessee's helmets. And no matter where this game is played, until the final score shows the Power T with more points than the shitty G, you just got to think that Florida's going to win this game. It's a natural thought process. Probably even for Tennessee fans. Now, I've heard a lot of Tennessee fans this year say, ain't happening. No way, no can do. And I kind of feel that way. But looking at it honestly, you gotta wonder, is there a jinx involved here? Is Florida in Tennessee's head? 11 years in a row, that's a long time to lose to the same team. I can't even imagine how teams like Vanderbilt and Kentucky feel who lose games 20 plus years in a row to a school. I couldn't handle that. Couldn't do it. But it's part of it. So, the season kicks off next Thursday at home against Appalachian State. I don't care what last year's records were. I don't care how good Appalachian State is, and they are good for their level. They're not coming to Neyland Stadium and pulling a Michigan. And everybody knows what I mean when I say pulling Michigan. Actually, it should be pulling an Appy State versus Michigan, but you know what I'm talking about. Tennessee is not losing to Appalachian State. It's not going to happen. I'm saying Tennessee wins this game 40-something to 7 or 10. They might give up some garbage time points. They may give up a big play early in the game with this new Bob Shoop defense, this aggressive defense. You're going to give up a big play here and then. But they're not losing to Appalachian State. We'll talk more in a coming video. Go Vols! Screw y'all's team. It's time, baby. Let's get it on.